Hey everybody, it's Beth. Today I'm using some rub-on transfers, plank wood, wooden beads, sign, some bamboo skewers, and florals from Dollar Tree. So what I did was took the second smallest bead from the package and put them all on the bamboo skewer. Ended up putting 15 on each one, making sure that there was a little bit of the skewer left on each end of the beads. And then I took the box that I got from Dollar Tree and just removed those hearts and heated up the glue that was on there and just removed that with a putty knife. And then I took the Cottage white chalk paint and painted the entire box except for the very back. Now you don't have to paint the inside part of the box where the lettering is because it will be covered, but I like to have everything completed, so I painted that. And then I painted all of the beads with the same white paint. And I made sure to paint a little bit up on the skewer and on the bottom, so on either end of the beads. And then painted the piece of plank wood, and everything got 2 coats. And next I cut out the part of the transfer that said Farm Fresh Flowers and centered that on the piece of plank wood, and then just used a large craft stick and just rubbed all the letters and the border. And then I also took a couple of the leaves from the transfer and placed those on there as well. And then next, I had forgot to glue these beads on before I painted, so I hot glued the second largest beads from the package, one in each corner on the bottom of the little sign that I painted. And then on one side of those, I hot glued 2 of the beads on top of each other. And then just to give it some more stability on those 2 that are glued together, I cut some of the bamboo skewer that I won't be needing and hot glued that in between those 2 beads just to give it a little more stability. And then I went ahead and painted all of those beads with the same Cottage white chalk paint. And then I wanted to distress it just a little bit, so I took the Antique Wax by Waverly and put the tiniest bit on a paintbrush and rubbed it along all of the little edges on the little sign and then blended it in with my finger. And then I just dry brushed a tiny bit of that same wax on all of the sides and the beads and just blended those with my finger as well. And then I did the same distressing on all of the edges of the flower sign as well as the beads. And then I used the floral foam and cut thin pieces of it so it would fit inside of the little box I made. And just hot glued them into place. And then I took the skewers that have the beads on them and cut down the piece below the beads so that the bead would be just above the rim on the box. And then to make sure that they were nice and stable, I hot glued a bead in the corner on each of the sides on the back. This is on top of the side that has the double beads glued to the bottom. Once the glue was dry on those beads, I stuck the skewer inside the bead with some hot glue, and then hot glued around the skewer and the beads that are in the box, just to make sure that it was nice and stable. And then I took my little Farm Fresh sign, held it above the beads, and just trimmed down the skewer on the top, and then hot glued each of those pieces and placed down the sign. And this is what it's looking like so far. And then I just need to decorate the flower box. So I just took some of the moss and hot glued it right on top of the floral foam, and then just filled in all of the empty areas where the floral foam wasn't. So the entire bottom of the flower box is filled with the moss. And then I had these picks from Dollar Tree and Boxwood pick from Walmart. So I just cut little pieces off of all those picks and then just arranged the flowers throughout the moss. And that is it for this project. I just love the way this turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching.